Forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, the clouds building in here tonight. That is our Gibson City camera there. Roofing Dog iNet from Gibson Area Hospital, 28 degrees current temperature there. Those clouds on the increase ahead of our next system that eventually will bring us wintry weather once again. Overall, not too bad of a day. We did see some sunshine. Temperatures were warmer, but still quite cool in the upper 20s here tonight with wind chills making it feel like the upper teens to near 20 degrees in Champaign. As you head out and about through tonight, no other real big issues. Very similar to the conditions we had last night, but things start to change late tomorrow night and Thursday. We'll talk the latest on snow chances coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
A man says two people broke into his home with ski masks and guns. How one of the intruders ended up dead. And the race for sheriff came down to one vote in Macon County. That one person could have voted illegally. And school break-ins aren't usually this bad. What some teenagers were caught on camera doing to their own classrooms.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
No matter what, nobody deserves to die. I mean, if they need to go do their time to society, they can do that, but ultimately nobody deserves to die.
Her family member did die after getting shot during a home invasion. Police say he was committing the crime. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Her brother, Jordan Parrish, was one of several suspects involved. It happened Sunday night near English and Franklin Streets in Danville. WCIA 3's KARINA RUBIO is live in our newsroom tonight. So, KARINA, what happened out there?
Jennifer, police say the homeowner had a handgun and shot at the intruders. When police got to the scene, they found 29-year-old Jordan Parrish lying on the ground inside the house. He had been shot several times. He was taken to the hospital and later died. I spoke to Parrish's sister today. She says the homeowner who shot her brother contacted her the night this happened.
He said, "I'm so sorry. What happened? I didn't know. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize. He didn't mean to do it. We don't blame him. We don't hate him because I understand somebody run up in my stuff."
She also says her brother was just released from jail in late November. When I spoke to the sister today, she said she wants to use this to address the high amount of violence in Danville. She wants more programs to help guide young people in Danville to choose the right path. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, KARINA. Now, police say no other arrests have been made. The homeowner told police he saw one other suspect get away. Officers recovered a ski mask and gun at the scene. New tonight at 5, police arrested a man for a stabbing in Champaign. It happened off of Springfield Avenue on Kenwood Road this afternoon. Police say they found a 20-year-old with several stab wounds. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police quickly arrested 22-year-old Christopher Torrey. They say an argument between 3 people led to the stabbing. Torrey was arrested for aggravated and domestic battery.
A pastor accused of sexually assaulting a teenage member of his church was in court today. Roger Van Raden was a youth pastor at Faith Baptist Church in Champaign. Police say he was involved with a 14-year-old girl over the course of 4 years. She's now 18. Van Raden pleaded not guilty last month and dropped his public defender. He's now being represented by Evan Bruno. His bond was also modified earlier this month so he could leave the state. You hear about vandalism at a school. You think maybe a few broken windows.
That was definitely not the case at Faith Bible Christian Academy in Rosamond. The building was, in a word, trashed. The sheriff says security footage proves some of their own students did it. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey is live in our Springfield newsroom tonight. So, Cole, how did the students vandalize the school?
Well, when the sheriff's department got to the school, they found that the security system was damaged, doors and windows were broken in, and computers were broken, and the school's van was also stolen. They even found the keys to the school's vending machines and raided them for the food and the change inside. Video from those security cameras before it was broken caught 3 male suspects breaking in just after midnight Monday morning. Police were able to identify 2 of the 3 suspects as students at the school, and they arrested them. The Christian County Sheriff said that what took place at the school over the holiday weekend was sickening, and they aren't taking this case lightly.
But we have detained them we took them to the Madison County Detention Center for juveniles, and they were being held for burglary charges and theft and criminal damage over $500. These are felony cases.
The 3 suspects are in custody but have not yet gone in front of a judge for formal charges yet. But those are expected to come soon from the Christian County State's Attorney. And the school spent yesterday cleaning up what they could from the vandalism, and school was not interrupted today. All the students were able to come back, and the school is hoping that most of the damage will be able to be cleaned up by the end of this week. Jennifer?
Do you know, did they find the van?
The van, yes, the van was returned.
Okay, Cole, thank you. 2 people were rescued from the roof of an apartment building after a fire broke out inside of it. It happened near South 7th and East Allen Streets in Springfield early this morning. Crews were able to rescue the men by getting a ladder to them. Nearly 30 firefighters responded. It took 2 hours to get it under control. One firefighter was hurt. Nobody inside the building was. It started in a kitchen range. We have new information tonight. Hundreds of non-citizens were registered to vote in Illinois in 2018 because of a programming error. And the Macon County Clerk says one of them cast their ballot in the county.
Yeah, the Secretary of State's office says there was a problem with the office's electronic keypads, and that issue could change the outcome in one race in Macon County. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is here. So, Jamie, why was this person not stopped before they could cast their ballot?
People responded on those electronic pads. They were not citizens, but the system recognized them as being one. So when the county clerk's office got their names, they trusted that information. The Secretary of State's office says 574 non-citizens were registered to vote. 7 people were in Macon County, and one of them actually voted in the 2018 election. And that matters because the sheriff's race that year was won by just 1 vote. But the county clerk says it's possible that person who voted was actually a U.S. citizen who accidentally identified as not being one. It's something they are looking into.
Based on, like I say, prior contacts with the office, we believe they're a citizen and they're entitled to vote. They've been voting for a very long time, and they have made multiple address changes, and each time they've come into the office to do that in the past, they attested that they were a citizen.
The Macon County Clerk says they were able to find a social security number for this voter, but even that's not enough to definitively say this person is a citizen. The office is attempting to make contact with this person and the others who identified as non-citizens but were registered to vote. Some of them also had voter history in the county. The Secretary of State's office says this problem has been fixed, so this should not be a problem moving forward. About 80% of the people who identified as non-citizens were registered to vote in Chicago, 7 in Champaign County, and 1 in Sangamon County. Back to you, Paul.
So, Jamie, what happens if this person who voted turns out to not be a citizen? What then?
Then it would be out of the county clerk's hands. That information would go to a judge regarding the sheriff's race and to the state's attorney for legal purposes. Back to you.
All right, some questions remain. Jamie, thanks.
The Illini are in West Lafayette tonight. Why that has proven to be a tough place for the team to get a W.
Plus, state police are trying to get drivers to move over. Who else they picked up during a Scott's Law stint.